Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Again, going over our intraday swing and long perspective as we're leading into next week's jobs reports. Again, mentioning yesterday that our key support here, our support zone is between 390 and 392. And sure enough, we did have our bounce. Again, this is from our prior continuation on lower. 390 to 392 is exactly what we're looking for. And as you guys can see now, sitting on an engulfing candle. Again, this is after bouncing off of our 200-day moving average here. Where exactly are we headed next from here? As we're leading into what Jerome Powell mentioned is very key, and that is our jobs reports next week. And about a week after CPI and Powell will be speaking, I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and if you are a day trader, if you want to see pre-market news that you want to be watching, if you're looking for data sets that you want to be watching, for example, 30 minutes before market open, the market very much does react to certain data sets and you didn't know that they were coming out, or 30 minutes after market open if you guys are trading out the gate movers, or just looking for those major volatile breakouts on news that we mention every single day in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today. Again, let's jump into this one. So jumping into the spot with you guys here, looking at our intraday perspective off the bat, again, looking at our daily candle structure so we know exactly where we may be headed next. Again, after a couple days ago, following through with our inverted hammer, again, bulls getting that rejection, wick to the upside, showing us that possible continuation. We did get that continuation, mentioning our possible support here between 390 and 392. Again, our support zone that we did mention here, again, that was confirmation intraday if you did play that. However, if we're looking for that larger reaction move, again, that we are looking for as far as that confirmation, we want to see if this bounce here does have a rejection on our 50-day moving average. If our 20-day starts to curl back over, again, we're looking for that overreaction point with, again, rejections on resistance or, again, continuations on supports. So at this point in time, having a bounce here, leading into a possible resistance, we want to see if we do get any confirmation, any possible engulfing candles to the downside here to give us confirmation on, again, possible bearish candle structures that we would be continuing on lower from. But again, at this point in time, as far as that bullish momentum, again, we do like this bounce. We are sitting on an engulfing candle, but we are not continuing on with strength at this point in time. We are still looking to see if we can close above our 50, and if we can possibly close above our 20 and possibly continue to curl up here till we do have that possible continuation on bullish momentum. Now, the reason why we are watching out for that bullish momentum is looking at our swing term momentum, looking at our MACD here. As you guys can see, again, we do have our EMA line still above the median of our MACD here, showing us that we could possibly continue. So we are looking for that confirmation if we're going to be continuing on higher with that swing term momentum. Again, we do still have our 12 and our 26 EMA still above the median of our MACD, showing us that possibility on that continuation. And the reason why that's a big deal and the reason why we will keep on watch for that possible continuation on higher is because we have not had that happen throughout the duration of our last year of trading. So again, we are going to keep on watch for that possible continuation, and as well here as we do sit on our 20 weekly moving average, finally crossing above our 50 weekly moving average, which we also have not had happen since we have been selling off throughout the duration of the last year. So again, very much watching this candle and how we do close. If we do possibly close with that hammer candle, that would be showing us that possible beginning of that possible continuation on higher. So we're going to see exactly how this candle closes. If we close with the hammer candle, if we possibly close with a large continuation candle, which would give us a possible engulfing candle. We'll see exactly how this candle closes to see exactly which confirmation we do have from our swing term momentum. So again, that's why we're watching out for on our intraday momentum to see if we do possibly bounce above our 50-day moving average and above our 20-day moving average again. Now looking at our monthly chart, looking at our long-term momentum again, our prior month, we did have our solid green candle mention that we were testing this 20-month moving average, showing us that possible resistance short-term on our intraday or swing term momentum. And sure enough, we got that rejection candle here. Again, only showing a rejection candle, not sitting on an inverted hammer. Just a simple rejection candle, looking to see how this candle closes as well. If we do possibly close with an engulfing candle here, again, a possible continuation with our weekly moving average leading into our monthly moving average for that possible close above our 20-month moving average is what we want to see. And again, making sure that we keep an eye on our monthly MACD here. Again, our 12 and our 26 have not crossed higher here. We have not started to curl yet. Until we start to curl, then we can assume that our long-term momentum can start to come. But until that happens, in my opinion, very much predicated again on what Feds have been mentioning throughout this last week. Again, we mentioned this in the Instabulls room. Again, Feds are very much predicated on data to come in again next week with jobs reports, following with CPI, our inflation report, and then with Powell speaking. We'll see exactly what data we do get, and that will determine if we start to curl here, and we will have that beginning on that possible momentum to the upside long term. We will see exactly what happens. Again, very much on watch for confirmation overall here as we do sit on a pullback on a bounce to see exactly how we do close this week. Again, so as we do open this candle here, still not closing this candle as it is still the beginning of the month. We are opening with the spike here, looking to see if we do hold our prior close here to see if we can possibly continue on higher. But if we do not, if we possibly start to continue on lower here, then we can possibly assume that this rejection wick here is that possible continuation like we had prior, again with our continuation on our rejection with our 20-month moving average. So we'll see if we do close this candle lower here from our prior close, or if we do possibly close higher and above our prior close, which would show us that possible bullish momentum long term. That is what we're looking for on our monthly chart. Again, to recap on our daily chart as usual, making sure that we do recap on what we are looking for leading into tomorrow. Again, sitting on an engulfing candle after a pullback. Again, we did continue on lower multiple times here, making sure that we consider this bearish momentum that we had. So again, respecting that bearish momentum that we can possibly get if we get a rejection on our 50-day or 20 days decides to curl back over really quickly here. We have this major sell-off possibly with next week's jobs reports. Again, this morning's jobs reports we did have a pullback with, so we're going to see if we do have that happen again leading into next week. And then with our CPI the following week, after our prior CPI was again higher than expected but lower than our prior CPI. So again, with PPI coming out a couple days after CPI, higher than expected as well, we had this major pullback. Again, after that we had our Gravestone Doji. We did continue on lower from our prior CPI. So again, after jobs reports about a week after, like I said, CPI will be coming out, will be very key on where we do continue. And again, Powell will be speaking as well. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you are looking for pre-market news that you want to be watching, very unusual movers that you may not be watching before market open, if you're not market prepping, definitely join instabulls.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instabulls taking with the market, just very nice breakouts today. A nice continuation that we had with multiple nice moves on the day. Very choppy throughout the last few days as we have been sitting on a pullback. Now sitting on a bounce. We'll see exactly how we close on the week. But again, going into tomorrow, we will see if we do possibly drop down below our support level by any given chance, or if we are going to retest our 50 from here since we are closing higher after bouncing off of our support level. So we'll see exactly what happens going into tomorrow with ISM data 30 minutes after market open. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.